Good evening, Hamden Action Now, folks. I wanted to check in and let you know what unfolded today, just now at our Hamden Legislative Council meeting, that we were trying to get information on the second highest cost center in our town, the $57 million medical expense that you guys are seeing in your budget. You know, since I got on this council and since I was elected in November of 2023, I have never ever used any of the town's infrastructure or their computers to get onto the Zooms. Never. They're kind of bulky to carry around, whatnot. I just transferred my email onto my own personal iPad. Many of us have done that. Now, why I don't understand, and I will find out again from IT, that when I log in through the link that they give me, it tells me that I can't log in. I'm having some sort of error. But here's the problem. Here's my problem. Here's what the problem I have right now. Um, this my district put their trust in me. See that ballot that people takes for granted and they think it's just like this little thing? That is a sacred document of trust. It has nothing to do with parties, politics, all the little things that go on for people to get on these ballots. It is a sacred document of trust. It's the only voice that people are guaranteed under the Constitution of the United States of America. Our vote, our ability, our singular ability as American citizens to have the right to choose our leadership, and our leadership has a voice. Our leadership speaks on behalf of how our money is spent. Our leadership decides and speaks on behalf of how our kids are educated, the public safety that we expect to have when we go and we move around in the streets. It is not a freaking game. You can ask Tom Figler. You can ask Lori Sweet. You can ask Sarah Gallagher. You can ask Abdul. I have been asking every meeting. I have to have the same discussion. I say, I'm in the attendees. I don't understand why you don't see me in the attendees, because I'm there. Now, if you go back and you watch the Zoom from today, if you feel like being bothered watching it, from 6 o'clock, from 6 o'clock until 7:50, if you'll notice, my picture and my name did not show up on the Zoom. My name didn't show up because I wasn't granted from attendees over to a panelist. So for a minute there, I had my hand up while I was in attendees. For exactly 9.5 minutes, I had my hand up while I was in attendees, and I was waiting. Now, everybody's questions got answered. Everybody got to the front of the line because they're panelists. I was put to the back of the line. Then I had to wait for Councilwoman Kiley, whose comments were very lengthy, as they always are. And then in between me moving and shuffling my papers, my little button went down because I had been waiting for a minute. So here's the problem. I'm going to do everybody on our town council, our leadership, and Madam President Bias a little favor today. And I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to run a tutorial on how to run a Zoom webinar, because maybe, just maybe, no one gave you a tutorial on what to do to bring people from attendees to panelists if they don't log in. And if real leadership is in place, you can see that there is a person in your council that is having a technical issue every single meeting. You saw my hand up. Suddenly my hand is going down. You don't say, Councilman Caldwell, do you have a question? I saw your hand up. Maybe it went down. Just want to make sure we're all good. Oh, I asked, was everybody good? But you were speaking to other people. Listen, let me just say this. $57 million of your kitchen table money is being asked for to pay the medical expenses in this town. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go knocking. I'm going to start knocking doors here in the 5th District, and I'm going to let them know your voice will be heard. I will continue to make your voices heard. Your voice will not be censored on this council and in this town. I have people who have told me that their revaluation went up $100,000 and they are in the rectangle of homes that are amongst those that are have experiencing crumbling foundations. People with crumbling foundations that are hazardous. Their value of their house went up, their taxes are going up. I will be your voice. And I don't really care what kind of sense. If I don't have to go to the meetings, I can issue my questions way in advance of the meeting to make sure that the vendors that are on the call can answer the questions. Here's what my questions were going to be. Has our medical insurance taken into consideration doing any type of preventive care? I mean, do we have that as a requirement? Because when I was a state employee, the state of Connecticut's insurance required preventive care because their insurance was, if we can prevent you from being critical or get out in front of a health issue, it's cheaper to try to do it preventively, out in front than it is to wait until you're acute and critical. Then it can cost tons of money to try to get people the care they're expecting. What type of plan do we have? Do we have one that rewards employees for preventive care like physicals and mammograms, colonoscopies, and all the things that we need to do where we can catch health problems early? Guess what? That question was never introduced because I was deliberately censored again through this technology that doesn't seem to work for me. Next question. How often do we put any of this out to bid? Do we look at any other people that can offer apples to apples, but maybe at a lower cost? When's the last time that's been done? That question will never be answered because guess what? Censored. So here is my point I'm making. Your voice will be heard. Clearly, I will not be heard when I'm sitting in the town council chambers. So I will make my voice heard in my venue, on my platform, because my people are counting on me. You're not going to take money from their food money, their tax money, their insurance, how they pay their car insurance, how they feed their kids' clothing money, their baby food money, their Similac and their Infamil money, and not give explicit, thorough explanation as to if every avenue has been explored. The rising cost of our medical has risen. If you go look at the budget and go look at how it's progressively gotten higher. And I recognize that Councilwoman Gallagher was asking, if we over budget by $2 or $3 million, what are we doing with that over budgeted amount? Do we get that back in a credit next year towards our next year's insurance medical cost? And where is that being reflected? I think I'm not putting words in your mouth. If that's, Councilwoman Gallagher, if that's your question, then maybe if I misinterpreted it, please let everybody know. I want every council person who is getting brushed off and rushed off of the calls and not having their questions to represent their people and represent the folks that are counting on us to get this right. Come onto my platform, because clearly they can't do one thing, just click me and move me over from attendees to panelists. Every week, it seems to be a problem. You have the list. Now, I'm going to run this video. It's about a 2-minute video on how this whole thing works when you're running a webinar. Let me just give you this little information because maybe they just didn't get training. I'm going to run the video.
As a host, you can easily manage your panelists and attendees during the webinar. From your Zoom web portal,
So it's just that simple. It's just that simple. Yet, for months and months and months, Tom Figler has had to go over and say, oh, Rhonda's an attendees. Can you promote her to panelist? Your voice will be heard. Your concerns are valid. Everybody is concerned about this. This will impact everybody's life and their livelihood, how they feed their kids, how they pay for their homes, their day-to-day, the lunch money that they have available for their kids. This is crucial that every question is asked and every opportunity to reduce anything is unearthed. It is absolutely critical. I'm not playing any more games with anybody. I'm matching everybody's energy. If you want to sit here and play these games with about 16,000 people I'm responsible for in the 5th district, I am absolutely here for it. I will fight every single day that you can trust me with your vote and with your family and your family's future, your home, your livelihood, your public safety, and your children's education. I will always fight. I will always fight. I will never give up the fight. Never, ever, ever. So I'm here to say, you may not see me at these meetings anymore because you don't see me there anyway. You go into the, if you're on the, unless you come in person, you might see me if I'm physically there. But if I show up, if the Zoom is there, you don't see me, just know I'm there. Just know I'm there and I'm fighting. I'm fighting to find a better way. We've got to find a path forward and we will not stand. We will not stand for these. I will not stand for it. I will not. So I thank you all for listening. I'm going to take my show on the road. I'm not going to sit through many more of these meetings. I'm going to take my show on the road and I'm going to find out how the voters feel and what their concerns are. I'm going to continue to talk to you. You are the guys that put me here. I work for you. I work to try to make the South End a better place. It was redlined intentionally since 1933. And we're still living through the effects of it today. I've been saying this for years and years and months. I'm going to continue to fight for economic freedom and the future and the safety and the foundations and the education and the traffic calming. I'm going to fight that they bring all of those resources down to this district. You pay the same taxes as everybody else in this town. I'm not going to have it. I will not be censored. Thank you so much and have a good night, everybody. Stay tuned. I'll be knocking your door soon.